Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for coming, and I'm quite cold, can't I? A genuine thank you to all the guys who offered and gave us their bikes for everyone to see. The workshop's a place to be. There's about 9-10 bikes in there, all customised, and if you haven't seen them already, I'm sure you'll enter in there. I want to thank the team at West Coast. They're Saturday night, and we've got about 20 of the staff still here after a long day and a long week, and they're still here with enthusiasm and dedication. Are just second to none. Thank you so much. Good to go. So anyway, I'm going to go to the road, and we're about to bring in some bikes for the guys will talk about the team and get that night up and running. Shannon, you go.
Okay. So tonight we're going to bring these amazing bikes to life. We've got a fantastic selection of bikes in the workshop, and these are just a few of the cream of the crop.
Custom number 35. We built this for the showroom and then subsequently sold it to one of our customers. So I'm sure most people, their eyes are drawn straight to the paint. That's basically based on one of the tanks on the staircase there. The paint was done by Gav at G's Customs. He's kicking about somewhere.
What an eye!
Yep.
What an eye!
Yep. And then obviously the seismic wheels, those are an accessory wheel from Harley Davidson. And they're absolutely stunning. This also has the seismic discs on it as well to match the wheels. With some drag specialities front indicators, which you can barely notice. They're just underneath the levers on the hand controls. And a set of Defiance grips, as well as the pegs. Unfortunately, these are now obsolete, but they have been replaced by the Empire collection. So if you're interested in anything that you see on the bikes, come see me and I'll give you a quote on them. This bike has big radius exhausts, which you can't see at the moment, but once it's in the workshop you can have a wee look around the bike. On the rear lighting, we have Kellerman 3-in-1s, which are pretty small. They're about from maybe 5-6 mil in diameter.
They're just right here, and actually the light that comes off of these is phenomenal. You'll see it when it passes through.
Mitch, do you take
right,
this
Mitch,
one round?
fire her up, and you will be able to see these back in the workshop, and you will be able to spot us hanging around. If you've got any questions about them, just fire away.
For this bike, I'm going to pass you over to Keith, and he's going to talk a bit about this one.
So, the reason why we brought Keith in is because you would be forgiven for looking at this bike and thinking, well, it's just a paint job, isn't it? It's a nice Fat Boy, it's had a paint job on it, some nice touches to it. But beneath this beautiful painted veneer is a bit of a monster.
Hi folks, right, so this was a West Coast custom bike that we built for the shop. So it was sat there, customer fell in love with the bike, but he's a really good customer of ours and he doesn't do things by halves. So he decided, I want to beef it up a little bit, what can you do for me? So we did go for a 131 kit.
So in this engine then, taking it to a stage 4, what is it that gets switched out on this bike to make it a stage 4?
Right, stage 4.
2-minute job.
bolt-on kit. You just throw it in, you know. So of course, you get your camshaft, you get your pistons, your barrels, CNC ported cylinder heads, bigger injectors, bigger throttle body, altogether a lot bigger bang. Plus, as I say, it's got the Dom Performance in it. Now the Dom Performance on a stock bike will give it 20% more power. So you can imagine a 131 with Don in it. Plus, as I say, it likes to ride hard. So I've actually set this up in race mode.
So in terms of the cams that go in there, whereabouts does that shift the power delivery to? Is it lower down or is it further up?
This one is a mid-torque cam.
Right.
So, you know, personally speaking, it's all right having the big cam in it, but the speed limits on the roads, you've got to be doing 80, 90 mile an hour before that cam actually comes in.
Right enough.
So this cam at a low speed, you don't have to keep changing down, just wind that throttle, away you go, just hang on.
And one thing I do want to point out is not only has he put the stage 4 in there, but he wants to share it with his pillion. Isn't that nice? Isn't that really considerate?
But no, absolutely phenomenal bike. It sounds fantastic. As I say, it was built for West Coast Custom originally. As you can see, stunning bike.
Well, everybody, Keith, I would think to say you are probably the longest standing master technician in the UK now.
Most probably, yeah.
There you go. What this man does not know is not worth it.
I'm on the third life sentence at West Coast.
Oh.
16 years.
And he's here tonight as well, ladies and gentlemen. It's our Keith.
Thanks very much, folks.
Thank you, Keith. Folks, here we have something very, very different for you to see. I think only a handful of people may have actually seen this bike, and this is the first time we've presented it fully with its full story. So I hope you enjoy what we've got lined up for you next.
So here we have the Sass Scrambler. Very little areas in this bike have not been touched and customised. Right from the front to rear, we went right through this bike and it's just went over the top.
So, to put this in context, this is a build that we have made with a full customer consultation, which means that they've come to us, we've spoken about what they want to achieve with their build, the themes and the styling and stuff that we want to go for, and actually this bike is pretty special because it's one of the first big customs that we've produced on the Triumph chassis, and as James rightly says, there's very little on this bike that hasn't been touched or altered.
Accessory wise, we've got a Triumph standard high mount front mudguard here, custom headlight grille and headlight as well that's been tinted.
Well, we'll just explain. This is Sam Hewen's Sazerac Scrambler. The theme for this bike was his world-renowned Sazerac whiskey, which is up for grabs tonight in the raffle. And there are some really nice style pointers here that speak to the Sazerac logo, which is the unicorn. And there are some touch points here on the bike that do pertain to whiskey, but of course, you enjoy your dram once you've finished riding. It is a promotional build and we do not want people to drink and ride. But there's some really cool stuff on this bike, isn't there? Get stuck in.
The next part, this is Tom Harley, wherever you are. Big shout out to Tom who really pulled this out of the bag in such a short time. So, along with his whiskey flask at the front, he's got a couple of magnetic shot glasses so that you can have a
So you don't spill.
Exactly. So you don't spill.
So you don't spill.
And it looks after your paintwork as well. So, along with that, you've got obviously the Rosomat button end indicators here. So they point forward and they point backwards as well, so you don't really need your rear indicators here, and it makes it a lot slimline. It looks a wee bit better. The seat unit is something that James actually spent hours on and got it bang on. That's actually from a Harley-Davidson XR1200. But wanting to put it to a single conversion was the perfect size. Once obviously I spent about 5 hours on it.
And actually, James, if you just want to grab the mic for a second, there is something special about this tail unit other than the little drinky poos things in there.
Yeah.
It'd be easy to look at these things and think, oh, well, you know, it's only a single seater. What happens if I want to share my bike? Well, what would you do, James?
Well, we would pull this little tab here, and the seat unit removes like the standard seat on the 1200 Scrambler. So it uses the standard seat base. So not only is it, you know, fully functional, you can put a twin seat on it if you wanted.
If the future Mrs. Hewen wanted to go on the back.
Mm-hmm. But also it allows you to access the original Triumph Harley underneath the seat, the storage unit, the USB, so fully functional. I mean, just from the front here, the instruments mounted up in the bars, just customising these bars to allow for the indicators and instruments, customising the wiring loop. Easily took something in excess of about 12 hours just to get it right. We knew who the customer was, we wanted it to be perfect, and that's what it took. Things like the flush mount fuel cap as well, just a nice little touch. There's a couple of little tricks in this bike as well, isn't there, Shan?
There is.
Yeah.
There is, and if you give me 2 seconds, I will go, I'm going to kill the lights so that you can see it in full effect. Right, you ready?
Okay. Go, go, go.
I'm going. And it was a real collaboration actually between Donald, Darren, yourself. I think Keith and Paddy did a few little bits on it as well. So it really is a final result of everybody teaming in for that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right, are we ready to take it away? Superb. Ladies and gentlemen, the Sass Scrambler. Ladies and gentlemen, this is number 44, and what can you say? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's
Oh my
lovely. Again, this is another one of our customer consultations commission builds. Yeah, as you look at it, you can tell it's one of a kind. And again, paid by Jav.
Guys, ladies and gentlemen.
And the seat is Tom Harley again. It's the only person that gets your build seats, to be honest.
I mean, it really is a fantastic fusion and a great partnership. I mean, what you guys turn out for us.
Lots of WhatsApp messages.
Yes. Lots of WhatsApp messages is what he said. Go for it.
Initially, all the Fat Boys are all chrome. As you can see, it's completely blacked out, apart from the odd occasional chrome accent from the front forks, the engine, and obviously the swing arms are an aftermarket piece. And as you can, if you're standing at the back, you see it a lot better on the side. But it's a 300 section rear wheel, and the disc and brake are mounted on the left-hand side of the bike. So on this side of the bike, it's nice and open, but you'll be able to see that when it goes in the workshop. As again, the paint is also double-sided, So most of these on that side will be seeing the Union Jack. On this side you've got the Stars and Stripes, as well as the nice skulls on the back. Kind of some skulls there.
Everywhere you look across this bike, you start to take in extra style notes. I mean, the wheels are stunning, the front end is stunning, the width of the bars, I mean, it really is a chunky bike, isn't it?
Exactly, those bars are from Wild One, it's beach bars, if anybody likes that kind of look. They're great. I love beach bars on any bike I've got. Well, Harley-wise anyway. Couldn't put them on a Gixxer or anything like that, you know.
You've got them on a C90, haven't you?
Could do that, eh?
Can I just jump in there for a second? For your 300, right, let's just think about this for a minute, right? On your standard bike, you've got your belt running into the primary,
Yes.
coming out the way. Surely you've got to step it out.
Yes, so this basically runs two rear transmission belts. One from the primary front sprocket to a prop shaft, which then moves out, and then you have a secondary belt which turns the wheel, which is great design. As well as obviously that part of the customisation, we also built a set of custom exhausts for it. Those Reinhardt silencers are specific for the Fat Boy, but we decided we like the sound there and we'll make it work.
And you did.
Yep.
Not only that, but you enhanced it further, didn't you?
Yes, this
Didn't you?
has a stage 2 engine upgrade in it, as well as the Dawn Performance tune, which Keith has pretty much talked about right up there, so I don't need to go into that too much. Obviously, the big oohs and ahs was the rear air suspension, which when you're not riding a bike, drops it right down for a fantastic look. And as you, again, the mirrors, they're from Joker Machine, and we have the flush mount cap on the back as well. Small wee accents that just make the bike that wee bit more different. But when it's in the workshop, you can have a proper look at it when it's up almost eye level for you.
There's some really, really clean lines to this bike. The fact that all of the wiring and everything is run on the inside of the bars keeps that front really, really clean. And these pipes, ladies and gentlemen, they are just so, so cool. You won't have seen this unless you've been at the back end, but they're actually illuminated inside the tailpiece, the end piece, the end can there. I mean, I've not seen that on a bike before.
No, I done a Google search on it as well. There's nothing out there that had them on it.
So Keith, 2-minute job.
Oh, definitely. You know, just plug and play.
So, should we move him on into the workshop?
Really can't thank enough for getting those bikes. And to you guys, thank you so much. On Saturday night, 8 o'clock. Where else did you want me? Thank everybody so much. Thanks for coming.